Great to see you, Amir. You're looking fantastic shape. You are ready for your fight in a month's time.
Yeah, a month to go for the fight, and obviously I'm ready. Weight's great. Feel fit, feel strong, and you know, it's been a long time since I've been in this position. I mean, it's been a couple of years at least. My last fight was in Saudi Arabia back in 2019, and it seems like a very long time. So it's good that I'm back in the mix again, and against someone who obviously everyone knows I don't like, and everyone knows that we've had that bad blood for many years. So it's a good time for me to put him to bed, and put the whole situation that and the whole talk about me and Kell, to put the record straight now and say I am the better fighter, and I'm going to do a job on him and prove to everyone I am the better fighter. Because Gareth, as you know, like everywhere I go, people are like, oh, when you fighting Kell Brook? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, but to go fight Kell Brook, do a job on him, are you better than him? Or you think he's better than you? Like, so this is a time for me now to prove that I'm a better fighter.
You've always said the fight's always been there, and it's kind of an end game fight, isn't it? But I just wonder, you feel, I know, that you can stop him, and that you can win this fight decisively. Could there be more fights in you? Could you call out to Conor Benn, for example, if you win decisively?
Yeah, I mean, look, end of the day, I don't know who I'm going to call out, but I do feel like having a training camp over here and outrunning the young fighters, outbeating them, outsparring these young fighters who normally you think that, when you're getting older, that you're not going to be at your best. But I think them breaks I had in between fights, the long breaks I had, did me a world of good. And mentally, I'm nice and chilled and sharp, and I've never felt so good, honestly. So, look, I'm not gonna say who I might fight next. If I am gonna fight, I'm not gonna fight, and if it is Conor Benn or not Conor Benn, but I do have it in me to have a few more fights.
Is it self-evident, since you went over there 3 months ago, that training with Terence Crawford, I think Shaka Stevenson's there sometimes.
Yeah.
I think Jamel Herring's around, isn't he?
Yeah.
Has it paid dividends for you being over there in Colorado Springs and Omaha with Bo Mack as well?
Definitely. Like, being here, training with these guys, amazing. Honestly, the way they push you, the way they support you as well at the same time. And when you're tired, you think you're going to give up and you're going to stop, but they keep on pushing you. There's always someone there watching you and pushing you and motivating you. That's what it's all about. And everyone has their purpose. You have a strength conditioner, he has his purpose. You have the boxing coach, he has his purpose. You have a guy, you have 2-3 assistants who are watching you, making sure you're doing things right. Honestly, after the camp they've got here, now I know why Crawford is pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world. Because first of all, he's got the altitude training here. He's got the focus. He's got the team, and he's got the sparring partners. I mean, what else do you need?
Did you have genuine concerns at the age of 35 that you may be pushing your body to the limit? And as you say, you've actually found out that you still have it all in you.
Yeah. So, a couple of months ago, when it was COVID, I put on some weight, and mentally I wasn't even prepared. And what prepared me to get back in the gym and train hard was Kell Brook. The fight's been talked about so much, and everywhere I would go, I would hear that name everywhere. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this fight. And then I gave him a good beating. And so that was my motivation. See, if it was another fight against someone else, I think it might have been a little bit different. Because this is a fight that it's bragging rights. It's everything. This fight has got everything in it. So really, that's what motivated me to take the fight, yeah.
Do you feel that he is over-emotional about this, and you going into this as a business fight, as a fight for your record, as a fight to clear up division? Are you not as emotional as he is about it?
No, I'm nowhere near as emotional for this fight. For me, this is just another fight. And one of the best things I think I've done is coming to Colorado Springs and training here. I'm away from everyone. My friends, my family, everyone's away from me. I've got time to focus. I know for a fact, being in the UK, I would have been asked a question, when's the fight? Oh, how you feel? And the gyms would have been full. TV would have been there. Media would have been there. I mean, I feel so good being isolated and being away from that and focusing on my job, which is just to train hard and be fit and be ready.
In the actual fight itself, I mean, years ago, I think you've even said yourself it might have been a closer fight, but when you visualize it, do you believe it's a quick fight for you? I mean, what's your assessment of him? You saw him in the Crawford fight last year. What's your assessment of him? Do you see it as a quick fight? Will your hand speed and speed in general do for him in the early rounds? How do you play it out in your mind as the fight works out, as you train for it?
You know, if I catch him, I don't think he's going to last. That's the thing. And I might catch him in the first round. I might catch him in the 12th round. I'm just going to put a boxing a nice clinical job on him. I'm just going to box him and be smart and to the punch, put that pressure on when I need to put it on, hurt him, give him a slow beating. He'll want to give up himself.
Do you feel that when you saw him at the press conference, that were you surprised at the way he was in front of you?
Yeah. I mean, look, there's been opponents that I'm not liked. The way he come forward, he, in a way, was showing himself that he had the confidence. It wasn't that he wanted to show me. He was telling himself that I'm fine, I'm not scared, I'm not scared. I could see in his eyes he was scared, but he's doing things, he was overreacting to show he's not scared, which made it so blatant. And I'm thinking, it's a fight. The fight's been signed now. Why is it that you're trying to show me that you really want the fight, or you want to hurt me? If we're gonna fight, you're gonna get that opportunity come Feb 19th. So I see that in him, and also when so that's the first bit when I saw and I thought to myself, it's a bit strange because look, he's never you never do that, you know, when you're fighting, because end of the day, we're prize fighters and it's a business. But I think with him, he's that scared that I think he's maybe realized that the fight is here now. There's no turning back. Did you really want the fight? I know he's been talking about it and he said he wants it. I want it. I think he was more happy with all the publicity he used to get talking about the fight than now it's here.
There's been talk about a rematch clause in the contract, but do you think this will be his last fight? Yeah,
there'll be no rematch in this fight. Once I give him that beating, he won't want another fight. And it'll be pointless to fight him as well after this fight because I know that he'll be finished.
Do you have it in you to create another masterclass here on February the 19th?
100%. See, you know, I might have thought twice about that question a couple of months ago when I was a little bit overweight and I was at training. Since I've been in training camp now, like honestly, I know for a fact I'm going to walk through this fight with flying colours.
What are the difficulties though he brings for you? Obviously, I assume you're not going to underrate him. You're not underrating him at all.
I'm not
overlooking him.
Look, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. He's skillful, has decent power, speed. But I just don't think that the punishment I'm going to be giving him, I don't think he's going to be ready for it. I don't think he'll be able to take it. There's only so much punishment you can take in a fight or in your career. And I think this is something that could be life-ruining as well. In the back of his mind, he's going to be thinking, another big shot on my eye socket, another knockdown. I mean, he's got a young family. You know, he's got kids, and I mean, you know, it's tough. I mean, it's a sport, but that's why, you know, I do feel for him. But in the day, it's going to be, I'm not going to be taking it easy on him. I'm going to go in there with all guns blazing.
You're a very wealthy man, Amir. You've done extraordinary things. You were the first really prominent British Pakistani Muslim to shift the paradigm, if you like, back in Athens as a very young man. You've had an incredibly decorated career. As you say, been away for 3 years. COVID hasn't helped that as well. But did you have to take this fight, or is it one that you just really have to put matters straight so that people couldn't say you avoided him forever?
Honestly, and it would have been, I would have had people saying it to me all the time that I had to take the fight. If I didn't, oh, you didn't fight Kell, you didn't fight Kell. Even though I know I'm the better fighter than him, it still doesn't justify why the fight didn't happen. So I had to make it happen and give the fans the fight. And I thought, and I was even not happy him not making 147. But I said, you know what, I'm gonna get the blame again. People can say Amir's the one that's scared. So I said, look, go ahead with it.
We cannot wait to see you, Amir. It's amazing, isn't it? When you look at it, the Manchester Arena sold out in record time. Is there a feeling that you could have gone maybe a little bit bigger with it and waited a little longer and gone in a bigger stadium, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, look, I would have loved that. Honestly, I would have loved it to be in a stadium, giving everyone a chance. You know, the amount of people that, well, no one calling me, but they're calling my team saying we want tickets, and it's sad because you're gonna have to upset a lot of people by not giving them a ticket. It's only holds 22,000 or 23,000, but it is what it is. And I think I would have loved to have waited and made that fight happen in summer in a stadium, because at Manchester football ground, when Old Trafford, wow, it would have been perfect. But then again, you know, we are getting older. We're not getting any younger, and we want to get out of the way quick. We want to spend time with our families. So, and being in a training camp for too long, sometimes you can get stale and you can get a little bit, yeah. So I thought it's best to just get out of the way now. And to be honest with you, I left to Sky, I left it to Ben Shalom, I left it to them, because at the end of the day, I said, you guys go, if you want to make the fight, you lot deal with everything. And that's what they did.
Well, Amir, we cannot wait to see you. I'm not going to hold up your dinner any longer. You're a third of the way through it.
Almost done now.
It's brilliant to see you, and I can't wait to see you over here.
Definitely. So I'll play back in the UK. I don't think you'll be coming up here.
I would love to come over and see you. If we're allowed to come, it will be brilliant to visit you.
Yeah. Let me speak to, yeah, well, what you do is speak to, what's it called? Richard Maynard.
Yes.
I'll get him to speak to Bomac. If Bomac allows it, it'd be nice.
It'd be lovely to see you. Yeah, it'd be brilliant to come over and see you.
Hi. You like a bit of training as well. And you know, they do a lot of kickboxing and different sports. Judo. So I might see you do a few moves.
Yeah, I'll come over and throw a few head kicks.
100%. 100% do that.
Take care. Thanks very much for the time. Yeah, take care of yourself. Yeah.
You say hi to the family. See you soon.
I will. Cheers, buddy.
Right.
Take care.
Bye.
Cheers.